Now coming to the part 2 of the videos. So in this part 2, we will discuss why economy seems so difficult and what are the different pitfalls and traps. So having gone through the syllabus, we can understand that based upon the prelims previous year questions, there is a particular pattern as far as topics are concerned. So it is not that the syllabus is equal to ocean. There is a limitation, right? So first of all, let us see why economy seems difficult, right? And what are the pitfalls and traps. Why economy seems difficult? Can you think? So I'm giving you few seconds. Why do you feel that economy is difficult? So first point, most of the people, they have never studied the economy before they started preparing for the civil service examination. You have studied the history, you have studied the geography, you have gone through like environment, etc. But rarely you read this economy, except those people who are having the commerce or economy as their background, right? So this is one reason why people start worrying when they hear the name of economy. This is very, very crucial. Second point, there is no single book which covers the economy in full. And there can't be any book. Why I'm saying so? Because economy is very, very dynamic. It is changing very, very regularly. Every day there is a news. So a single book can't really cover the economy in a comprehensive manner. Right? So this is one reason why economy seems difficult. If you see history, then in history you can go through spectrum. In the polity you can go through Lakshmikant. In environment you can go through Shankar IAS. But in economy you have a plethora of books, and even after going through those plethora of books, you never feel satisfied because your perspective is not built up. Your conceptual clarity is missing. And that is one reason why economy seems difficult. Then it is very dynamic, very, very dynamic. So why it is dynamic? Because you see every year there is economic survey, there is budget, then NITI Aayog keeps coming with different reports, different international institutions, they keep coming with different issues. For example, WTO regarding its subsidies issues. Then different government organizations like G20, BRICS, they also keep coming with the economic news. The government, RBI, then Parliament, all the different institutions, they keep taking certain actions, and that's why this becomes very, very dynamic, right? So covering economy on a real-time basis, it becomes really, really difficult. Then it is very, very difficult to define the boundaries. What is economy and what is non-economy? Some people say that all the government schemes are part of the economy, and some people say that government schemes are not part of the economy, they are separate from the economy, right? So it is very, very difficult to define the boundaries. Some people say that international institutions, they are part of the IR, and other people say that they are part of the economy, right? So it is very, very difficult. In fact, rather than defining the boundaries, it is appropriate to say that the syllabus is overlapping with many other subjects, right? Therefore, when we face any difficulty in those areas, we feel that we are not prepared for the economy, right? And friends, I hope that these points are covering all the different spaces that you go through as far as economy is concerned. Now, what are the different pitfalls and traps? So there are some pitfalls. First, many people, they go into irrelevant and petty data and facts. So if, for example, SEBI, which is the stock market regulator, if SEBI is bringing some guidelines, the people will read in detail. If RBI is taking certain action, the people will read it in detail. But not every action of SEBI or RBI is important for the IAS examination. Because in the IAS examination, there are certain areas which are focused upon. which are really important, not each and every action of the RBI and SEBI. And how to identify that? For that, you must have gone through the previous year questions, and based upon that, you will be able to identify which areas you should go through and which areas you should not go through. Irrelevant concepts. Again, not every concept that is in the news is important. Not every concept that is written in the standard book is important. So in every chapter, there are certain concepts which are really important. So you need to identify those concepts. So many free videos available. So one good thing with the free video is that we can watch it anytime, we don't have any restriction, and we don't have to pay any amount from the pocket. However, the problem is that the different faculties are discussing the same topic in the different perspective. They are having their own thought process. So if we listen one chapter from one faculty, another chapter from second faculty, and third chapter from third faculty, then we really can't build the perspective, because there are certain interlinkings between the different topics, and when those interlinking are missing, then you can't really get the concept to the very deep level, and in the absence of that clarity, you can't have a confidence in the economy. Covering more books, notes, videos, right? So there are lots of books, Shriram IAS, Shankar Ganesh, Ramesh Singh. So people think that covering more books will have them, will give them more clarity. People have a lot of notes every month and every year. A lot of current affairs compilations are coming, economic survey is coming, budget is coming, and then lots of videos. Some people are giving the economic current affairs, some people are giving the free economy videos. So do you really think that covering more books, more videos, and more notes will give you an edge, rather than going deep into the certain areas which are favorite of the UPSC? So find it for yourself. I would say only one thing, that UPSC has a defined boundary. 80% of the questions of the UPSC, they will come from the limited number of concepts, and for rest of the 20%, you don't need to go through each and every that comes up in the newspaper. Then certain people also go for the business newspapers. They go for the Business Standard. They go for the Economic Times. Friends, this is not important for you unless you are preparing for the economics as an optional subject. So stop worrying about the newspapers of the business world. If you are covering the standard newspapers like Indian Express and Hindu, I am assuring you that it is more than sufficient. Friends, now coming to the third video in the Mastering Economy for IAS Prelims. So we have already gone through the syllabus and why economy seems difficult and what are the pitfalls and traps, right? So now we will go through the different topics and what is the topic wise importance in the examination, right? So friends, now coming to the third video regarding the Mastering Prelims Economy for IAS, right? So friends, now it's the third video. In this third video, I'll be focusing upon